The first moment she looked at me like I was a stranger, she had my medals in her hands. She didn't ask a thing, just ran her thumb slowly over the engraved brass like she was measuring their weight, or maybe mine. From the doorway I watched. Silent. Still. Invisible. I didn't ask what she was doing in my study. She didn't offer any explanation either. But the tension in her jaw, the tremor in her hand as she slid the medals back into the drawer, those were enough. Something unspoken had already begun to grow between us. That night, she didn't sleep. She thought I hadn't noticed. But I did. The first fracture in her loyalty arrived quietly. No shouting. No accusations. Just silence. And the way she couldn't meet my eyes when she said she loved me. It all started with the house. My father died believing I had earned it. Believing I had returned from war, decorated, honorable, transformed. She was always skilled at smiling through her teeth. She told him I deserved it, that I had given up so much. The paperwork was signed, the deed rewritten. The house, his house, was transferred to my name just 3 days before his mind slipped away for good. She witnessed every signature, heard every lie whispered with praise. She looked into his eyes when she called me a hero. She kissed my cheek when he handed me the keys. Not long after, she moved into the guest room. Said it was just for a while. I didn't press her. She stopped saying my name in her sleep. I listened from the hallway, memorized her breathing patterns, noted when they changed. There had never been a war in my past, but now there was one in my present. I didn't accuse. I investigated. First came the phone calls, a burner number that always went silent when I answered. I traced it with an app. The name wasn't familiar, but the address was Veterans Affairs. Not the official agency, just someone inside. Someone she'd known before we ever met. I ordered a copy of my military records. Of course, they were empty, but someone had created a file. Medical notes, commendations, photos, all fake. I dug into the metadata. The uploads came from her IP address. 4 years ago, 2 months before my father's diagnosis, she had built me into a soldier on paper. She gave me a history, invented a war, so she could give me a house, so I'd owe her something I could never repay. I checked our financials. There was another account, one I never opened. She had been funneling equity from the house into it. My father's legacy drained into a second life I knew nothing about. Every morning, I sat at the kitchen table while she buttered toast and avoided my eyes. Every movement rehearsed. Every word calculated. I smiled. The file I built was thick, heavier than it looked. Digital records, transaction logs, doctored military photos embedded with metadata from her computer, emails, scripted call transcripts to my father pretending to be my superior. She even used a voice-changing app. I printed everything, organized it, bound and labeled, each page timestamped. On the morning of the hearing, she still tried to flip the narrative. She accused me of financial abuse, said I manipulated her, claimed I forged everything, my own history. She stood in court, voice trembling with self-righteous anger, and shouted, "You never served. You lied to my father. You stole that house." All eyes turned to me, even the judge. I didn't say a word. I walked forward, handed him the file, then sat down, hands folded, face steady. I didn't need to explain. The truth was already shouting from the pages. The judge flipped through them quietly. Then his gaze shifted, first to her, then to me, then to the 2 uniformed officers standing near the door. He nodded slightly. The doors locked behind us. She didn't realize what was happening until they read the charges out loud. Fraud. Forgery. Wire fraud. Elder abuse. Her hands shook. She looked at me like I'd betrayed her. I didn't return the look. Those officers weren't there for me. They were there because someone impersonated a U.S. officer. Because someone used government systems to fabricate a soldier's record. Because someone lied to a dying man to steal his home. She screamed my name. Said she did it for us. For our future. I stood. Buttoned my coat. For the first time in weeks, I spoke. Just 2 words. So did I. The file was complete. The truth had a backbone now. Pages, citations, evidence. She was just a chapter. No more pretending. No more stepping on glass while she played the martyr. I didn't want the house anymore. I signed it back to the estate. Let it rot. Let it burn. Let someone else bury it. There are things war teaches you, even a fake one, like how to bury what you love and walk away from what you once believed in. I didn't win. I just stopped lying for her. And that was enough.